In our previous video, we have learned how we can save the list items of RecyclerView in shared preference, and we were successful in that, but we came up with some bugs. First of all, first bug is that the RecyclerView items which is already stored is not being showed by the RecyclerView, and for that the reason is very simple. You need to call and update the data into the recycler view on the onCreate method. Means when the application is being created, while you are launching it, at that time you are supposed to update the data and fetching at the same time, but that is not happening because we have not written any such code over here. Apart from that, the another bug is, let me show you a demo. If I click on the button, you will see the data is being populated into the recycler view, but you can see that the list is already being multiplied every time I'm adding something. Means even if I'm just clicking with empty space, that space is also being added into the list. You can see the list is here, and each and every time all the items is being multiplied. So if I type something here, then the whole list including the word I type will be added again to the whole list that is saved. Let's fix the first issue that we have. I will close this emulator from here. To fix the first issue, that is the recycler view is not being populated by the list items. First of all, we need to fetch the data and update the data to the recycler view. How to do it? Let's create a method, private fun. Let's call it fetch and update data. And here we need to consider two things: that we are fetching the data, means from the shared preference, and we are updating it as well. So we will make these variables as global to make it better accessible. Okay, and next thing is we will take this one and we will put it here. So here what it is doing is that it is checking if the string of list variable is empty or not. If it is not empty, that means there is the data in the shared preference which is actually getting from here, and that will be updated here. Okay, and next thing we need is to let the RecyclerView adapter know that we have already inserted the item. We will not copy the add item because we are not adding any item every time we are calling it. So we will take this and we will paste it here. Okay, here I will tell you again. In the string of list variable, we are checking first if it is null or empty. Okay, and in the next stage we are converting the string to array list and storing it into this variable, and this variable is being added to the list of items. And one good practice will be is to clear the list of items before adding it. So let's add a clear. That is a good practice because we will be avoiding to add the same list again and again into the variable. Okay, so apart from that, here we are notifying the adapter that we have already added the list into the variable, and here we need to remove these two items because we don't need it there, but we need it here exactly, because we are storing the data using this set string function, or you can say the method. And here we will add one last thing. As we are adding the item here, we will notify the adapter in particular position that the item is being added. Let's do it. Rv adapter dot notify item inserted list of items dot size -1. This will let the adapter know that in which position exactly the item is being inserted. We also need one more thing, that is a button to delete, but we will see that in later stage. First of all, let's check if this one is working or not. And before we launch our application, we will put the fetch and update data method into the onCreate so that it can call it. I'm running it. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, so we have a crash over here. If you have noticed, let's check out what is the problem. Okay, late init property edit text is not initialized. Okay, we are doing one mistake, that is this line of code is not being called because they are not inside any method or function. So we need to fix this. Let's do it. First of all, we don't need the edit text to be global, I think. So I will put it inside here, because edit text is only used when we are making the button click. And another thing, this variable, I think we don't really need this variable as well to be updated like this. So we can remove it from here, only this line of code, and we will make it a string. Let's make it var, and let's update it here. Okay, what is wrong over here? It's nullable. Again we have an error, late in it. So the problem is, if it is in case of null, what it should do, we should give it an option that in case if it is getting a null data, then it should return the empty string. Even if you just simply write to string, then also it will return an empty string only, but I think this one looks more better. So let's keep it that way. And I think here we don't really need this one, so let's remove it. I think the code looks even more cleaner. I think we are good to go. Let's check out. So here you can see our list is already being updated into the recycler view and directly fetching from the shared preference at the same time. In this code, we have made some changes, that is exactly to update the recycler view list. Okay, and apart from that, I have added here the list of items dot clear. This one line of code will stop the whole list to be multiplied every time we are saving by typing something into the edit text or even without typing. But the main motto behind this one line of code is to stop the whole list to be multiplied again and again. So in one function that is fetch and update data, we have solved two problems, that is to update when the app is being created, update the list into the recycler view, and second is to stop the whole list to be multiplied every time we are saving. We will try to make the list empty, so I will try to change the name of the uh, you can say the key, so that the same items won't be there into the list. Let's give it a name, list items. I will just add one s and the whole key is changed. Now it is a new key. You can make any changes, that is not mandatory. So okay, here the key is new, so that means the whole list is gonna be empty. We will have to add items one by one. Let's do it. Now the whole app should be working in a normal way. Our application is already running now, and here the recycler view is empty. Let's type something. Let's say auto. Let's say bike. See, the list is not getting multiplied every time we are typing and saving it. Okay, I will just stop the application and I will run it again. Let's see if the list is there and we don't have to click the button. See, now the list is working perfectly. See, now the list is working perfectly and we have solved the issue, that is the list was not showing, and every time we are saving the list, the whole list was getting multiplied. So that's it for this one video. We will see in the next video how to delete the whole list item on button click, because of course if you want to clear data, you can't be just changing the key name every time into the code. You need to give the user a single button to delete the whole data, right? We will see that in next video.